In this video, we are going to look at how to create a web page using block level elements. I've added some CSS to provide clarity in viewing these elements, as they normally cannot be seen. What is shown is the page we are going to build in this video. It is assumed that you have already read all your assigned readings before watching this video. To start with, I've created a folder on my desktop named Module 3. Within the Module 3 folder, I've created a basic web page named index.html. I have that page open in brackets and the Chrome browser also open to that page. As you can see, the browser window is blank because we have not added anything to the body element yet. You may also notice in the video that I have a folder named CSS. That is just to provide clarity to the elements and is not something you need to be concerned about at this time. I will first create a divisional element that will contain a header element. The header element will contain a heading 1 element, which is the main title of the web page. The divisional element, outlined in aqua, is there to give the web page a set width and center it on the browser window. All elements I add will be inside this divisional element. So the divisional element is a container of the web page. The header is the top area of the web page, and like stated before, it contains a heading 1. The next element I will add is a navigation element. This is where I will eventually put the navigation links for the website. These navigation links are known as anchor elements. We have not covered anchor elements yet, so for now I will just put some text. After the navigation element, I will create a main element. The main element is where you put the main content of your web page. The main element is only to be written once per page. Inside the main element, I added a heading 2 element. The heading 2 element is considered a subheading. I used a heading 2 because I have already used a heading 1 and I had to use the next appropriate heading, which is the heading 2. I also added 2 paragraph elements that contain some dummy text. After the paragraph elements, I added a nested unordered list. Take note at how I did the nested part. Notice that the list item element named list item 3 contains the nested unordered list. The nested unordered list does not come after the list item, but is within it. It is important that it is written correctly. To conclude, I will write a section element that contains 2 articles. Each article contains a heading 2 and a paragraph element. I used a heading 2 because the article heading is not technically a subheader to the heading above it, so I can use a heading 2. Notice how the div, header, nav, main, and section elements build the structure of the web page and can contain other elements. Yet the heading and paragraph elements only contain text. The list item elements can contain unordered and ordered elements. They also can contain other block level elements, but usually don't. This example demonstrates how some of the block level elements we learned about are used to create a web page. All web pages are created using a variety of block level elements.